Hi guys, welcome back to ItsDanK Reviews. I'm having a look at the Sony A7 and A7R battery grip, also known as VG-C1EM. Now in the kit, you basically got a manual and the battery grip itself, so not too much to unbox. It's got the tripod screw, as you can see there, and a nice leathery, rubbery finish. It's sort of molded to where you're supposed to grip, so it's got that sort of curl away. And to get to the battery bay, all you do is flick that latch, and there's a little blue thing there, and you just flick that blue latch and it comes straight out. Now you just kind of load these shotgun style, sort of pop them in as you see in this video, kind of at an angle, and it just clips in, and then you just pop it straight back in. You'll hear this nice solid click, and then you just flick the latch and you're done. Now at this point, grab your A7 and just remove the battery door as you usually do. There's a little flick switch, as you can see there, and once you flick that with your thumb, it comes straight off. Now this is where it gets a tiny bit tricky. You use that same flick switch, and you can use your index finger or your thumb, and you flick that down and attach it inside the actual battery grip body. Now you flick it to lock it in, and needless to say, you can flick it to take it out. Now at this point, we can just slide the A7 straight on, use the tripod screw to secure it together. If it's facing you, you're going anti-clockwise. It's easy to remember. And just do it till thumb screw tight, and you're pretty much flying. This does make your A7 look incredibly awesome and just more professional overall. So you get double the battery life, pretty much double the stability. You've got the two dials there that you're used to, and I'll go into more detail with that. But as we come around the back here, we've got the on-off switch, and below that is the actual manual focus button. Now we're going to flick the switch and turn the A7 on just like you usually would. Now the great thing about this is once it's on, you've essentially got, if you hit the display, a little 1 and 2 bay, so it shows you which bay it's taking the battery power from, and it'll completely drain one battery before moving on to the next, which is really great because you'll only need to charge the battery that you need to charge. You won't have two half empty batteries. Just a closer look at these dials. I've got it on shutter speed and I've got aperture down the bottom there. I've set those manually. C1 is my display, and then I've got the shutter button just above that. Now I could use the smaller Zeiss, but I've gone for the stock kit lens here. Just want to see how sharp it is. And I've bribed my bird with some seed, so she's going to stay in one place. As you can see, I'm changing the menu settings on the fly, shutter speed and aperture priority, just straight off the dial. And the minor gripe here is that the preview is actually the wrong way around. It should be able to determine that you've got the battery grip in and that you're shooting in portrait mode, but that's just a really minor gripe, and everything else works perfectly as you'd expect. I've thrown the shot into Lightroom. As you can see, at 100% crop, the kit lens is still pretty sharp, so you can see all the details in the feather there, and you can see just how big that photo is onto the left side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop that down to 1920 by 1080 at 100%, so you can see that pixel for pixel. So here it is. It's just amazing that this is 100% 1920 by 1080. So you get an amazing amount of detail here. Another one of my favorites, really nice exposure. You can change everything on the fly, great for studio photography, even though this is a very amateur studio setup. And I took a trip to the elevator because the lighting in there is horrible. It also has a very large mirror. And you can see, shooting in landscape mode, you still get to use the grip. And in obviously portrait mode, you can use it with one hand and still have that really good stability there, which is nice to see. You can also use it with two hands in landscape mode, if that's what you want to do, and just use it however you want. It gives you really good stability. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. In conclusion, this is one of the cooler accessories out there for the A7. It's certainly one of the more useful ones. It gives you pretty much twice the stability depending on how you hold it, twice the battery life, really great rubbery, leathery feel to it, good build quality, very, very solid. You're getting everything that you pretty much see here. It's really, really nice looking. And it turns your A7 into just your unassuming point and shoot into something a bit more professional. So if you are going to be doing a lot of portrait shooting, if you are going to be doing even landscape photography where you're going to be holding the camera a lot, this just gives you that extra grip and extra confidence to take those low ISO shots or low shutter speed shots. I recommend this if you are sort of an amateur to professional photographer, it's definitely one of the must-have accessories for the A7. Got any questions? Ask them below. It's been Dan K for another review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Don't forget to like the video up and subscribe if you haven't already.